penis. Can I tell you a story about... Actually, this is a really graphic story, so maybe I can't tell you. All right. I'll tell you an embarrassing story about somebody else. And so it was TI6. I went to the restroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet. I told you it was going to be a bad one. And I'm in there. And I hear the guy next to me, and he's in the next stall. He's having some trouble, some brutal trouble. And I'm very concerned. And I heard something that I never forgot that day. I heard him go, "Not this. Not now." And I felt so bad for that. I put my hand on the wall, and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. And it was the most human pain I've ever heard. And I never forgot it from that day. And he knows I was there because we saw each other's feet, and I never forgot it. And to me, I don't know if that's embarrassing, but that's somebody in a bad situation that stuck with me for all time. But TI5 shitter guy, if you're out there, I don't know what this was, and I'm so sorry it happened to you, but I hope everything's okay. You know, I gotta be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. People were talking to me about India, how, oh, I kind of don't want to go. I don't know how it's gonna be. India is freaking fantastic. I have never had a better time in my life. Literally every person I've met here has treated me like a god. Every place that we've been is beautiful. Cloud X is just the sexiest man I have ever met. I'm married, but if I wasn't, I'd be considering stuff. India's amazing. I love it with all my heart. And the food! I am eating everything that I want. And it is amazing. I've had no issues, and I just keep eating more. I wish I had issues to make more room for more food. I love it here. When I'm feeling a little bit down, what do I watch? What a good question. All right, this is a really weird reference, but back in the day, PlayStation was trying to compete with Super Smash Brothers, and they made this game called PlayStation All-Stars. And there's this video on the internet where they take all of the character interactions of PlayStation All-Stars and play them back, and it is the funniest video I ever watched. They take like the super serious protagonist of the Infamous series, and he's like shit-talking the girl from Fat Princess, and I watched that video like probably 1,000 times. Go check it out. It is so cringy. It literally gets me. I watch it like at least 2 times a month. No, it's not really hard at all. My wife's a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty rough, you know. Being away is never easy, but I kind of live my life knowing that one day I'll just get too bald and too annoying, and the fans won't like me anymore. I know that everything's limited, so that's kind of how I'm selling it now. Like, maybe let me work now while the memers still think that I'm dank, because it's fading. And then I'll have to go get a horrible office job somewhere and hate my life. So while it is difficult, and I know that I can't do it forever, I'm really loving every moment that I have, and my wife has been extremely gracious to let me do all this. She's taking care of my son right now. Rexy Wrinkles Roo, the world's best pug. I love you, son. I know you can't understand English, but Daddy's here. He's coming. How do you be the most energetic and active personality? Get asked this question a lot, and honestly, it's hard to not be excited when you have the best job in the world. I mean, I turned what I did as a hobby, what I ditched class in college to do, into my career. So I don't know how someone can not be excited about that. Not only that, but Dota fans are like a different breed. When I walk into a Dota event, it's like they're my brothers. It's like I've known them forever, because we're all sickos. We're all sick, twisted, sad people who started playing Dota 2 and was like, this is the hardest game in the world. I'm going to keep playing it because I hate myself. And we all share that. It's like we've all been in that 70-minute game where your anti-mage has been free farming and then he dies once and feeds down the mid. We've all lived those experiences, and in a way it makes us all the same. So every time I come to one of these events, I feel like I'm hanging out with all my friends, and it's just like a literal party for me. So yeah, I need energy on events like when I have to do duel events and there's Overwatch or someone. I don't give a shit about that game, so no energy at all. Oh, that is such a good question. There has been so many content pieces, and so many of them are so bad, and nobody likes them but me. But one of my favorite ones, is during the Captain's Draft 3 or 4 hub, and we just got the Moonduck house, and I went in and did a cribs tour of the house. But the twist was that I was doing the cribs tour at 3 a.m. and the Moonduck guys didn't know that I was there. So I was just creeping around while they're sleeping, like pretending to lick them and eat cat food and shit. It was the weirdest, creepiest thing ever, and I still watch it. It's freaking hilarious. So I love that content. So good. I'm gonna say niche like it's something that you have to strive to. Like, I can't be too similar to that person. I can't do that. The sad truth is that, you know, you should just be yourself. Everyone's different in some way. You're gonna be passionate about things that other people aren't passionate about. And if I can be any kind of story for what's successful, it's being genuine and doing what you love and sharing it with people. I'm gonna let you know a little secret. Nobody gives a shit about Artifact, but guess what? Still play, still make content because it's actually what I like doing. So don't try to be I'm the best. Try to be I'm me. Because if you end up being the best and that's not you, then you're trapped being that person for the rest of your life. Woo! Funnest player to do content with. Well, I'm gonna give you I really wish I could pull a 180 on you and be like, oh, it's some asshole, but honestly, it's S4. I think every time I go up to S4 with a content idea, originally he reads it, he shakes his head, he goes, oh, this is so cringy, and then he practices for it the entire day. I think we filmed something where I wanted him to be Gordon Ramsay, and I literally heard him during his matches saying like, the lamb sauce, like practicing for the content.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I mean, it's really hard because my entire life is kind of embarrassing and it doesn't really bother me. So, I mean, I've had some real weird ones. You know, went to go shake somebody's hand, touch their butt or something. That happens all the time, and it's just kind of funny to me. Some guy grabbed one of my, you know, my nips one time, and I just was laughing about it. Woo! Best and worst Mafia player. I think, oh my God. Buka is definitely a questionable Mafia player. He does random things, and sometimes those random things are good for shaking the trees, but he gets people killed. He gets himself killed. I don't know. I will say the best and worst summed up into one human being is Knoxville. Knoxville is a genius, and he is so methodical about working out all the things that everyone should do to win. But sometimes he's the Mafia, and they're like, I think logically we should do this to kill the Mafia, and he goes, yeah. That makes complete sense. And he's the Mafia. And then it goes down to, we're gonna kill you, Knoxville. Mathematically, this will win us the game. And he goes, mathematically, it would. And then he just dies. I don't know what it is, but he is literally the best and the worst Mafia player that we have here. There's some good ones. The characters are good because it's fun to never let your enemies know what's happening. So I have a lot. There's a guy named Tom Riddles that can only ask questions, and people don't usually realize it till about 45 minutes in, and they get very angry that I've only asked questions for the entire game. It gets really tough. Why do you think I'm Mafia? Is things that you have to say at the end. There's a lot of good ones, you know. There's one called Dick Wiggles, who's very scared, and anytime you talk to him, he shuts down completely and won't say anything. The real effort. Mafia is a game about not dying, but not necessarily not winning. It's just about survival, so that's how I play it. But anyway, who cares about Mafia, bro? Absolutely. Every company kind of either hires out somebody to help me or has one internally. At here at ESL, we have Shane O'Mad, who has been part of Moonduck for a long time, has been a great talent in the Dota scene, and I think that he does a fantastic job here integrating sponsor content, making it into something that's actually viewable and not cringy. He's great. My buddy Mousetrix, of course, we work together on a lot of events as well. And yeah, there's always these huge team of people, camera guys, sound guys, editors that make all this kind of magic happen. So I've been the face of it for a long time. It kind of feels bad to be the face with all these people working, but hopefully soon I'll be able to learn what they're learning and somebody will come into the Dota scene and replace me. I need competition. Please, you watching this right now who hated this video and he's about to flame on Reddit, please, God, replace me. Thank you. Ooh. What a good question. There's been a lot of good times. I've hung out with CloudX, I hung out with Mr. Crowley, I interviewed Misha, and these all are sticking with me, but... Okay, I will say the most memorable part, we went to this place called Gamers Hideout, and it was this LAN cafe, and I've been to LAN cafes all over the world, and we filmed a lot of segments in them. We show up unannounced, and literally the entire cafe is all playing Dota, and I've never seen that before. There's always been like one or two kids or something. It's mostly League, mostly Counter-Strike, but when we walked in there, everybody's playing Dota, everybody's laughing. I walked in, no one had any idea, they weren't looking behind them, and that was just, I don't know, I felt like I was home. a real home. I mean, I've been in America, we don't have LAN cafes. We always play by ourselves, and just seeing all those people enjoying the same thing here, it's gonna stick with me a long time. So that's probably what stuck with me the most. Shout out to the girl at McDonald's who I think she didn't charge me for the extra 9-piece nuggets at the McDonald's in India. Shout out to you. Very hype. Good chicken. Shout out to DHL. They let me ride Effibot. We were all very nervous about that. Shout out to you guys. LD, David Gorman. I don't know why. It's been a while, David. Hope you're watching this. Hope somebody tags you, David. Love you. You smell nice. Please subscribe to AFK Gaming if you want more stuff like this. Your funeral.
I'm coming home.